What's happening, party people? This is your daily morning motivational message. It is Winning Wednesday because we do motivation every day, because motivation is a lot like our personal hygiene. Got to do it every day, baby. You got to work on your mindset and your conversation, your inner thoughts, your inner language, the language that comes out of you. The inner root will bear the outer fruit. And I want you to have excellent inner root that leads to outer fruit. So, listen, I want to talk to you about pain. Pain is an instructor of magnificent proportion. Pain can be an extraordinary teacher. Pain can open windows to the soul that you could not have accessed any other way but through that portal of pain. You've heard the phrase no pain, no gain. And some people they try to avoid pain. They want to try to control how much pain they have to endure. They try to move in such a way as to minimize pain. And in doing so, they're missing out on opportunity. Now, I'm not talking about being a sadist. I'm not talking about looking for opportunities to bring pain into your life. I'm saying there are things that you're going to have to go through, and they're going to be painful. And if you're willing to embrace that, when you come out on the other side, there will be lessons learned and there will be growth that you've experienced. For example, many of you have had the opportunity to take a class, a fitness class, could be some sort of cardio activity. It could be a HIIT class. It could be something in the CrossFit realm. It might even just be a training session and you've never actually worked with a trainer. Well, what tends to happen is when it's your first time, you're nervous. There's a little bit of anxiety because you don't know exactly what you're going into. And you're wondering what's about to take place and are you going to be able to endure it and complete whatever it is. And so usually about a third of the way in, maybe you get to the halfway point, your body is in shock. It is responding in ways that you probably have never experienced before because you've never done this type of thing, this type of high level intensive activity. And your lungs are burning, your mouth is watering, your eyes are, dazed, and there is sweat coming out of places that you didn't even know sweat could come out of, and you're in pain, that burn, and everything in you is telling you to stop. Everything in you is just looking for a relief, looking for a way out. And so you're just trying to figure out, if I stop, maybe I can stop for a little bit and then I'll start again. If I stop, maybe I can say I'm concerned because my heart is racing. Maybe there's a way out. Maybe somebody will come and tell us that the gym has to close and then I'll be able to get out of it. You go through all of these iterations in your mind because the pain is overriding any reasonable thoughts because you're just uncomfortable. And so in that moment, there is an opportunity for you to make a choice, an empowering choice to endure that pain, to lean into that pain and to push through that pain to the completion. And so if you can talk to yourself to just keep going for another step, keep going for another rep, keep going for another cardio cycle, just keep going. It may not be the best form, it may not be at the highest level of output, but you're just continuing to engage in this strenuous activity. And before long, what is a 50 or even a 60-minute class or session, which feels like 5 hours, by the way. It is the slowest that time has ever moved to your memory because you're looking at the clock. I thought this was only going to be 50 minutes. I feel like I've been here for 3 hours because everything in you is wanting a way out. But because you made the choice to endure, because you made the choice to continue to press through and lean into the pain, and get through it. When you have that sense of completion, when that class is over, that course is done, you feel a sense of accomplishment. There, you're standing up a little bit straighter. You're feeling like I actually did it. I weathered the storm. And there's a sense of, wow, okay, it wasn't horrible. I didn't die. I felt like I was going to die, but I didn't die. And wow. And then the thought comes, could I do it again? And then in that moment, you have to make another decision. Am I going to come back for the next class? Am I going to put myself through this again? Am I willing to endure all of this just so that I could have some level of progress and better conditioning and better health? These are all these benefits down the line. It's not going to happen in the next couple of days or weeks, but it's going to take time. But man, is it worth it for me to do it? And you start having this inner conversation. And for some people, they are bargaining with the comfort in their brain. They're bargaining with that voice that is looking for an excuse, that is looking for a way to avoid any further pain to that level of intensity and concentration. And then there's another voice that's saying, don't be a punk. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a wimp. Come on, woman up, man up. Like you're better than that. Do you understand that if you come back and you do this again and you keep coming back, the type of conditioning that you can experience? Do you understand the type of transformation you could experience? Do you understand that your body can completely transform? Do you understand that your self-esteem and your self-worth and your self-image and your self-confidence is going to go through the roof if you stay this course and you don't look left or right and you lean into the pain? Do you see all that you stand to gain? And you see what can happen if you don't stay the course? And in that moment, again, you have another decision to make. Pain comes in different sizes and shapes and forms. Pain comes in things that we are putting ourselves through because we want to grow. Pain comes in those late night sessions when you want to go to sleep and you're exhausted, but you got to make 10 more calls because you're committed to the success of your business. Pain comes in the form of an unexpected event, the loss of a loved one, someone dealing with health challenges, you getting laid off from your job. Pain comes in the form of a relationship that comes to an end. A strenuous relationship with a family member or a child or a parent. Pain comes in so many different forms, ladies and gentlemen. It comes in the form of betrayal, comes in the form of broken trust, comes in the form of these unexpected life happenings that can catch us off guard and give us the gut punch. And it knocks us down to our knees and we got to stay down for the 8 count. But there's something in us that has to keep getting up, has to keep moving forward, has to keep making progress because we are committed to a much better version of ourselves. And we take those lessons from the pain. We take those lessons and we turn our pain into purpose. And I'm submitting to you that pain can be an all-time instructor in cultivating your wisdom and cultivating you having better decision-making processes and cultivating you becoming a better human being, a better version of you. If you just embrace it, if you learn how to lean into it, if you stop trying to run from it and hide from it and avoid it. Some of you are avoiding having crucial conversations because you're anticipating the pain that's going to come as a result of it. Some of you are avoiding ending a relationship because you're anticipating the pain that's going to come as a result of it, but you know in your heart of hearts, it's the right thing to do is to end this relationship. Not knowing what's going to come after that, but you know that it's what is best for you. Some of you are hanging around in a particular situation or a certain job, and you know good and doggone well, it is way past time for you to end that relationship and move on to greener pastures. Look for something better, become something better, learn new skills, put yourself out there in a different way. But you're stuck in the comfort zone, and your comfort zone will forever be your broke zone. Your comfort zone is like carbon monoxide. It is a silent killer. It will slowly choke the life out of your hopes, dreams, and ambitions. It will absolutely destroy you if you let it. Stop trying to avoid the pain. Lean into it. Run to it. And watch what happens when you come out on the other side. Now, the pain, I can't tell you how long it's going to last. Stop trying to control that. You don't have any control over that. There are people that I've lost in my life years ago. I still grieve them. I still have pain from that, but I've continued to move on. And I've allowed that pain to be instruction for me on how to handle other parts of life that are challenging. Stop trying to minimize it and compartmentalize it and make it be a certain way because you're trying to control the dynamic of pain. Pain is pain, but it is a great teacher if you wield it in that fashion. If you use it instead of allowing it to use you. Some people, they go through pain and then they self-medicate, they go out on binges, they do stupid things, they make emotional decisions, they self-destruct, they do all this self-sabotaging behavior for what? But if you use pain, you can learn from it. You can get better. You can grow stronger. You'll work on yourself. You'll read more. You'll listen more. You'll get quiet and enjoy and embrace the silence of that personal agony, but also leads to growth. Those tears that you're crying as you're going through painful situations can wash your eyes in the spirit of a baptismal christening. And you can see with better vision because of the tears that have washed all of the confusion out of your eyes, out of your vision, that has allowed you to see things more clearly. That pain can strengthen your intestinal fortitude. It can strengthen your ability to get back up. It can strengthen your ability to weather the inevitable storms of life because you have gotten stronger at your core. You've gotten stronger in your spirit. You've gotten more skillful in how you process and navigate the inevitable pitfalls, the inevitable trials and tribulations of life. So let yourself use pain instead of pain using you so that you can grow from it, and let it instruct you in such a way that you can collapse time frames. I love what David Goggins says. He talks about, when I'm running a 125-mile race, I'm literally experiencing 10 years of life over the next 25 or 18 hours, whatever the timeline is, because not like 80 hours, sorry. So over the next 80 hours of running a 100+ mile race, he's like, I'm experiencing 10 years of life because the lessons that I'm learning in running that race and having to contend with so much pain and opposition. When I finish that race, I've grown by 10 years in my wisdom and in my experience. There's so much that we can gain from pain. So no pain, no gain. I think there's some gravity to that old saying. I think there's some wisdom in that, and not in a sadomasochistic way, but in an instructional way, in a growth way, in a turning pain into purpose way. So if you got some value out of this, please like and subscribe, and go ahead and pass this message on, because you might know somebody that's in pain. Maybe somebody's going through it right now. Maybe somebody's having to deal with some of these hard life lessons, and they're going to have to grow through it. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you got to cry your way through. There's nothing wrong with that. Cry your way through, but you got to keep moving forward. I believe in you. I know you're tough. I know you're going to get better because of this. I know you're going to grow stronger because of it, and you're not alone. Have an awesome and amazing day. Pass this video on because it is a blessing.